As y'all can see from the title, man, I'm gonna explain to y'all how I found out that my child's mother was sleeping with her brothers and her dad at one point in time in her life. Alright. At the end of the day, we don't get along. I don't think we gonna ever get along. But she's still my child mother, so I'm gonna try to do this in the most respectful manner as possible. You know what I mean? I at least owe her that much. Alright, so in order for you to really understand everything, I gotta start at the beginning. So I met this girl. My daughter's probably like 10 now, but so it's been a while. But I just recently found out about it like 2, 3 years ago. My daughter's probably 7. All right, so I met her. We knew each other for probably like 2, 3 weeks. We probably had intercourse about 2, 3 times, and within that 2, 3 week time frame, right? So she popped up at my house one day, and I'm a firm believer in it's a way to do everything. So she popped up at my house talking about she pregnant. I'm like, cool, whatever, whatever. If it's mine, I'll take care of it. I ain't doing no tripping. All right, but what we ain't gonna do is we ain't gonna do you popping up at my house. That's what we not gonna do. We ain't gonna play them type of games. So I simply tell her like, all right, what you can do is you can drive around the corner and you can call me and you can come back. You know what I'm saying? Because popping up is unacceptable. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, so when I tell y'all this, y'all gonna understand why we don't get along, why we would never get along. You know what I'm saying? All right, so she pull off. I'm thinking she gonna go around the corner and call me. Man, why this girl didn't? I didn't only knew this girl 2, 3 weeks. Why this girl didn't went around the corner and wrote my mama? Like wrote my at this time probably like 25, 24. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't had my shit together. I was still staying with my mom. I ain't had my shit together. Still trying to figure that shit out. Still trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, why this girl write my mama like disrespectfully, like telling her shit that you know what I'm saying? Like telling her what me and her doing. Like he did this with me. He doing this. He did this inside of me. And, like, come on now, man. You don't write nobody mama and tell them no shit like this. So my mama's from the south side of Fort Worth, man. She didn't fucked up when she did that because my mama's big on respect too. Like you didn't disrespected her. Like it's a way to do everything. All right, so that's the start, right? So throughout her little 9 months or whatever, I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to like go to appointments with her to do the bit. When I say this woman makes it so motherfucking hard to be involved, and it's been like this since day fucking one. Day fucking one. All right, so I'm trying to go to the appointments, but man, if I can explain, and it really added up like all these years later. Because when I say this girl's one of the evilest persons one of the evilest people I ever met in my motherfucking life, I mean that shit. Like if she feels scorned by you in any type way, she's gonna go to the moon and motherfucking back to destroy your fucking life. And for that reason, I always kept a distance from her. Even all these years later, I keep a distance. You know what I mean? Because I know her. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all understand later on why she's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's no excuse because at some point you gotta heal. You know what I mean? But anyways, so I'm trying to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not working. You know what I mean? She's doing like crazy ass shit, and I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it, mentally or physically. You know what I mean? All right. So long story short, she had a baby. Right. I go to the hospital first day. I buy like baby clothes, cases of diapers, wipes. You know what I'm saying? I see the little girl. She's beautiful. Still to this day, she beautiful. You know what I mean? And then so I leave, right? So her daddy, I guess, come to the hospital and see all this shit I done bought, and basically then banned her from talking to me, which sounded crazy as fuck back then. I'm like, how the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Why would your daddy, when a nigga trying to be there, you know what I'm saying? Why would your daddy, at all people, be like, you know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with that nigga. But as you can see from the title now, it'll make sense to you. All right, so banned her from talking to me. So the first year of my daughter's life, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see her, like barely didn't see her at all. Whoop de whoop. All right, so then I guess when my baby mama finally get out her daddy house because they be having their issues or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? At this time, still don't know none of this shit. She get with her little niggas. You know, y'all know how women do. You know what I'm saying? They only want you to be a father when it's convenient to them. You know what I'm saying? When she not in a relationship, that's when I can be a father. When she in a relationship, man, that shit is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm sticking it, you know what I'm saying? Still sticking that ham to her. Y'all know how that go. You know what I mean? Only way I'm gonna see my daughter when she in a relationship. You know what I mean? But anyways. So she finally get out, you know what I'm saying? She get with the niggas or whatever, whatever. So this is a whole like 7 years of like tug of war trying to be in my daughter's life, you know what I'm saying? When she ain't got a nigga, I can be there, you know what I'm saying? But soon as she get a nigga, I ain't no telling when I see my daughter again. She probably gonna say it's different, you know what I'm saying? But from my perspective, this is what it been, you know what I mean? So I throughout this whole time though, like she be back and forth at her daddy house or whatever, whatever. It was just like recently before all this shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Cause she did an interview. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link to the interview. It's a trigger warning because of me personally. I cut that motherfucker off like the first 5 minutes because I don't want to hear shit like that. I don't want to hear about no man sexually abusing no child. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. Like, and then it's in detail. They go, I mean, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this happened throughout her life, I guess. You know what I mean? But it gets to a point in your life where you get older, right? So but like I told y'all, she's spiteful. Like she'll do anything when y'all beef. She gonna do anything to ruin your, you know what I'm saying, your life. Try to. So my big thing about the whole thing was she came out all these years later, right? This girl then left my daughter with this man, right? She's saying that this man did all this shit to her, all her life. You know what I'm saying? But I literally know for a fact she was leaving my daughter with this man. So I'm like, it took them, and then once they got into it, she was staying with him. You know what I'm saying? She was leave working. He was keeping my daughter and shit while she was working, whatever, whatever. I was in a whole another city. You know what I mean? They end up having an altercation. He kick her out for whatever reason. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Cause she crazy. She act crazy. Like if you piss off, you know what I'm saying? She's something else. She the devil reincarnated. I mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga that didn't dealt with her gonna know. But so he kick her out, right? Now that he done kicked her out, now she wanna expose all this shit. Now she wanna do interviews talking about how this nigga did her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know what I mean? As a father, I'm taking it back because man, how could you say this man did all this shit to you all your fucking life, like all your life? He been doing this shit to you since you was a child, but you was leaving my daughter with this nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't grasp that shit. You know what I'm saying? She do crazy ass shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's man, I can go around the world and talk about this shit, but anyway, so now she want to expose it. You know what I mean? How her brothers and her fathers was, I guess, sexually assaulting her, but at the same time, so she you know what I'm saying, she going on this bashing spree. She trying to bash everybody. She telling all, you know what I'm saying, supposedly her truth. I just think she went about telling her truth the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be once y'all start beefing that now you want to tell your truth. My daughter's 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? You said this shit been happening all your fucking life. You know what I mean? So she on the bashing spree. All right, so I see where her brothers, cause it's always two sides to a story. Like, let me turn my damn car off. It's always two sides to a story. I see her and her brother going back and forth on base. Tell the truth. Like you used to ask us to do it to you and to have sex with you and used to beg us and whoop the whoop and her comeback for this was, oh, I was young. I didn't know no better. Y'all was older than me. Y'all knew better. Motherfucker, you knew better too. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You 15, 16, you know damn well you ain't supposed to be having sex with your goddamn brothers. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I mean? And I understand, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, you know what I'm saying, the mental abuse and the sexual abuse, how it plays a part into your, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that. You know what I mean? But for them to say you was begging and shit like that, that's wild. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit was wild. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Alright, so anyways, so I see that. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck, man, this shit. I literally cannot make this shit up. My 10 minutes, I got about a couple of minutes on this motherfucker. I might do a part two. Cause if y'all, for y'all that want to see the shit, she wanted the clout, I guess, you know what I'm saying, by her doing that shit, cause she went on all these interviews and shit like that, you know what I mean, to tell her story. So I fuck around, do a part two, drop the link, let y'all choose if y'all want to watch it or not. I personally don't support the platforms, you know what I'm saying, but if y'all want to hear the story, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all, you know what I'm saying. Part two.